Hello everyone, and welcome back to Acupuncture is My Life. Now in today's episode, I'd like to discuss chronic inflammation. Now I've recently done a webinar discussing the disasters, like the diseases that can perpetuate from chronic inflammation, and so many people were shocked, couldn't believe it. Like rheumatoid arthritis, because I treat patients with RA, and I usually explain how chronic inflammation is the leading cause, how chronic inflammation, the metastasization of it, leads to RA or can lead to RA. And many are surprised, as well as what I had to say about chronic inflammation in a recent webinar. So many people were surprised. There were tons of questions. The thing here is long-lasting inflammation can cause or serve as the root of many diseases, terrible conditions later on down the road. Now, to sit back and think or feel inflammation is bad for you, no, it's necessary. It's a necessary defense in its acute phase, because it serves as a way to protect the body from infection or fight off infection. And a sign is like when you get a fever, it's the body doing what it does to defend itself. But now, what happens based on, how you eat and just the levels of stress and so forth and so on, inflammatory pathways in the body can become upregulated beyond, the acute phase to becoming chronic, where it lasts for months and even years. And that's where you have chronic inflammation. Now, that is not good. And it follows the cliche of too much of anything is no good. Things can start out really great, and then over the long haul, too much of it, engaging in it too much, or whatever, can lead to huge problems down the road. Now, I'm focusing on inflammation here. And if you leave chronic inflammation unaddressed, it can lead to some serious health issues, mainly type 2 diabetes, as an example, autoimmune disease, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and so on. And your diet, a lot of people are unaware, and this is why in the Eastern Nutrition episodes of Acupuncture is My Life, we're constantly stating you are what you eat. And that is so true. It's very important. You are what you eat. And with diet being the primary driver of chronic inflammation, it's not the only driver. You have several other triggers. One is smoking. Another is consuming too much alcohol on a regular basis. And another is stress. Like, you're just stressed every day for whatever reason. It could be work related. Especially, what we've been through for over the past year. Uncertainty, great levels of uncertainty can, lead to high levels of stress. It can be marriage or relationship related. Many things, many financial concerns, health concerns. And this is why, we're noticing, even here at Acupuncture is My Life, more and more people are really becoming proactive, which is awesome. And they're following Acupuncture's My Life as recommended, or whether it's by us or a family member or a colleague, loved one. They're becoming more and more proactive to learn ways in which they can offset the potential for disease or some type of disorder later on down the road, or better manage whatever present disorder that they may have. And this is why I say over and over, follow us on every social media platform under Acupuncture's My Life. And if you're a Twitter person, it's at Acu_is_my_life. You know, we have tons of information on our website at acupuncturesmylife.com. As well as on the website, you can subscribe to our weekly newsletter to get information on, you know, how you can benefit from acupuncture with regard to whatever disorder you may have, and receive information twice a week in your email box. So many people are engaging, and they're also downloading the app at the Google Play Store. You know, there's many ways with Acupuncture My Life you can learn how to better manage whatever condition you have, or just be proactive and look to take steps in the right direction. You know, and this is why I say over and over, you know, whether you're driving, pull your car over, lifting something heavy, put it down. Crossing the street, get across the street. But put yourself in a position where you're comfortable and you can close your eyes and simply say to yourself, Acupuncture is my life. And then open them. Boom. It starts now. It starts now. You know, but there are key signs of chronic inflammation that, you know, you should pay attention to. You know, try and, you know, make yourself conscious. And I'm going to give you some of these signs just as food for thought so you can think about it. And potentially go see your doctor to have blood panels done. You know, get blood tests done, and then contact your acupuncturist or Acupuncture's My Life as a follow-up. Sit with your acupuncturist. Talk to them about, you know, your results from your doctor. Let them do their intake. You can even call or contact Acupuncture's My Life. It'll change your life, trust me, it will. But a key indicator you should focus on is like constipation, because that's a key indicator that your body is dealing with chronic inflammation. You know, some people will say, oh, you know, there are studies that I disagree with that say if you're moving your bowels less than 3 times a week, then you're constipated. I'm in total disagreement with that. You should be moving your bowels 3 times a day. And this is why so many people, you know, come in to the Acupuncture's My Life clinic here in New York. So many will fly in. Now, things slowed down because of COVID, but the numbers are coming back up, where we're getting individuals flying in from different parts of the world because they are struggling and to deal with this issue of constipation. And it's not just because of constipation. And I'm not going to delve deeper into personal cases because, one, I haven't been given permission to discuss it, so I won't, among others. But to move on, you should be moving your bowels 3 times per day. If you're eating 3 meals a day, you should be moving your bowels 3 times a day. Bottom line. Less than that, here at Acupuncture My Life, we consider you're constipated. Now, many have come in and underwent abdominal acupuncture treatment as part of their wellness visit to regulate bowel movement and are surprised, the effects. Now, some unfortunately have only increased to twice a day, but to them that's like, whoa, super awesome. They've never in years, since they were younger, teens and early 20s, and now some are in their 40s and 50s. It's been decades for some that they've been able to move their bowels twice a day, but they feel great. They feel great. But reading certain studies that says you should be moving your bowels at least 3 times a week, I don't agree with that at all. But another sign is diarrhea. Now, unexplained diarrhea can be a sign of inflammatory bowel disease, which acupuncture is great for treating. Very effective. Very effective. Again, if you have inflammatory bowel disease, contact your local acupuncturist or contact Acupuncture My Life. Very, very effective. You see, what happens here is, it's not all diarrhea, because you could eat something bad and your body's going to reject it. And it'll generally happen in the form of, if you don't bring it up as vomiting, it can very likely come out in the form of diarrhea. Now, another sign is fluctuations in your weight. Now, if that happens a lot, that can be a sign of chronic inflammation. Because excess weight is usually associated with insulin resistance, which is a driver of chronic inflammation. Because when the inflammatory state of insulin resistance happens, you'll start to experience symptoms of fatigue, increased hunger, weight gain, as well as mood changes. These are things you have to look out for. These are things you have to look out for. Another sign is shortness of breath. Acupuncture deals with that, but that's just a branch, a symptom. So you're not going to walk into an acupuncturist clinic and say, I have shortness of breath, and they're going to treat shortness of breath. No. An acupuncturist is going to automatically understand that that's a branch of something far greater. Conduct an extensive intake to find out what's causing, in acupuncture language, lung qi deficiency. To find out what's causing this shortness of breath. And your acupuncturist will take the time to discuss constitutional deficiency. See, this is why it's great to see an acupuncturist, because it's not a turnstile operation. Oh, you got a cough? Woo, take this. You should feel better in a couple of days. It doesn't work like that. And I've discussed this in past podcast episodes. Another sign can be fatigue. Because feeling fatigued, exhausted, or tired more than usual can be a sign of chronic inflammation. Because it's a symptom of many different chronic inflammatory disorders. So it's just something else to look out for. Think about it. I've already said constipation, diarrhea, weight fluctuations, shortness of breath, fatigue. Take note of this. Take note of this. Because these are things that we can easily overlook. And these, again, yet more warning signs saying, hello, there's a problem here and you should get to the bottom of it. Many people are like, I don't feel like going to my doctor. It's hard to get an appointment, or I don't have health coverage, or my doctor, not all doctors, but my doctor sucks at remedying my problems, and they don't seem too concerned about my issues. Yeah? If you feel that way, go see an acupuncturist. This is why I keep saying this. You're not going to walk out of their clinic with that feeling. Contact acupuncture, my life. You are not going to walk away with that feeling. Because even all of these symptoms, even if it were to just be a simple standalone symptom, acupuncture treats that. But the objective of acupuncture is to find out the root cause. Which meridian pathway is obstructed, deficient, or excess that requires attention immediately before things even get worse. See your local acupuncturist or contact Acupuncture My Life. Now, the next key indicator is huge. And this is why, people think, acupuncture just treats pain. And that's a key indicator, body pain. Huge symptom of chronic inflammation. Because chronic inflammatory disorders affect the muscles and the joints and the spine a lot and causes a lot of pain. So when you walk into an acupuncturist or seeing an acupuncturist here at Acupuncture My Life, you go, oh, this hurts, that hurts, this hurts, that hurts. We know right off the bat it has a lot to do with inflammation. Now, it's not diagnosed or written as, it could be a form of damp B syndrome, is what we would call it as an acupuncturist. Cold, damp B syndrome, but it's damp accumulation in the joints. And the key is not, it's just coming to treat the pain. Acupuncture is so awesome that you have no clue unless your acupuncturist explains to you, which they usually do, how deep they're going to treat that pain. What is the cause of it? Spleen and stomach chi deficiency? What's creating the dampness in the body and allowing it to pocket itself in certain areas of the body? And that's how deep acupuncture gets. What's calling for that? What's allowing for that to happen? And we'll treat the root with a branch, that being damp B syndrome or damp accumulation in the joints, around the spine. The body will start to clear it up on its own. So it's not a thing of, I got, my knee hurts. And then you just run off to the hospital and get knee replacement surgery. Oh, my hip hurts. Run to the hospital. Get hip replacement surgery. No. It doesn't work like that with acupuncture. It's all about, in most cases, treating the root so that the branch can clear up. And sometimes we'll treat the branch, which is just the symptoms, to support the body to clear up the root cause. See, so in acupuncture, we know how to deal with issues and what's the best approach more times than not. Now, keep in mind, I never speak in absolute terms because nothing in life is absolute. Except, yeah, you're going to die one day. We all. That's absolute. But I won't stem beyond that. But these are symptoms or signs that you have to pay attention to. Because some will ask, well, what can I do to reduce or get rid of chronic inflammation? First and foremost, see an acupuncturist. See an acupuncturist. Next, change your diet. This is why thousands every week, more and more, we're noticing in the numbers are listening to the Eastern Nutrition episodes of Acupuncture is My Life. Because changing your diet, including more plant-based foods into your diet, will really show change, because now you're increasing the levels of fiber, getting rid of the constipation, solidifying the diarrhea, good bowel movements every day. The other is remove processed foods from your diet. Get rid of them. Refined sugars, trans fats, saturated fats. Removing these tends to decrease inflammation. And just include like more omega-3 fatty acids in your diets, let's say from fish, just as an example. Because that tends to decrease proteins that produce inflammation. Another, quality sleep. I say this so much in many Acupuncture is My Life podcast. Sleep, sleep, sleep. A good night's sleep. You can't beat it. You wake up in the morning, you feel so good. And the first thing on your mind when you wake up after a good night's sleep is, thank you, Acupuncture is My Life, and let me go on one of your social media platforms today to see what you're talking about. But sleep. Poor sleep equals chronic inflammation as a result of stress and other things. And we've done episodes on, poor sleep. But these things are important. And it's something to think about. Definitely something to think about. But I'm going to leave you now because, I just wanted to talk about the webinar and, the feedback and concerns and how many individuals were unaware. And even those that come to the Acupuncture is My Life clinics, unaware that chronic inflammation is the core reason why they have certain disorders, why it's evolved the way in which it has, left them with type 2 diabetes or some type of autoimmune disorder. Listen, guys, health is wealth. But I'll leave you with this. Acupuncture is my life. What's yours?